Brown Bear, what do you see? By Bill Martin Jr. Pictures by Eric Carle. Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a monkey looking at me. Monkey, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Children, what do you see? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a monkey looking at us. That's what we see. This has been a reading of Brown Bear, what do you see? Written by Bill Martin Jr. Pictures by Eric Carle. Narrated by Cory Stoops. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Narrated by Cory Stoops. For my sister, Christina. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomach ache. The very hungry caterpillar then ate through 1 green leaf. He started to feel better. Now, the caterpillar was no longer small. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house, called a cocoon, around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and a beautiful butterfly. Thank you for listening to The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle, narrated by Cory Stoops. The Mixed Up Chameleon by Eric Carle. Narrated by Cory Stoops. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green caterpillar. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat still and waited. Only its eyes moved, up, down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It wasn't very exciting, but one day, the chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. The chameleon thought, "How small am I? How slow? How weak? I wish I could be big and white like a polar bear." And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. "I wish I could be handsome like a flamingo. I wish I could be smart like a fox. I wish I could swim like a fish. I wish I could run like a deer. I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe. I wish I could hide in my shell like a turtle. I wish I could be strong like an elephant. I wish I could be funny like a seal. I wish I could be like people." Just then, a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry, but the chameleon was very mixed up. It was a little of this, a little of that, and it couldn't catch a fly. "I wish I could be myself." The chameleon's wish came true, and it caught the fly. A chameleon's antics, with color, shape, and size, show what makes each animal different and why it's important to be yourself. Eric Carle. This has been a reading of The Mixed Up Chameleon by Eric Carle, narrated by Cory Stoops. Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle, narrated by Cory Stoops. Before Monica went to bed, she looked out her window and saw the moon. The moon looked so near. "I wish I could play with the moon," thought Monica, and reached for it. But no matter how much she stretched, she could not touch the moon. "Papa," said Monica to her father, "please get the moon for me." Papa got a very long ladder. He carried the very long ladder towards a very high mountain. Then Papa put the very long ladder on top of the very high mountain. Up and up and up he climbed. Finally, Papa got the moon. "My daughter Monica would like to play with you, but you are much too big," said Papa. "Every night I get smaller," said the moon. "When I am just the right size, you can take me with you." And indeed, the moon got smaller and smaller and smaller. When the moon was just the right size, Papa took it. Down and down and down he climbed. "Here," said Papa to Monica, "I have the moon for you." Monica jumped and danced with the moon. She hugged the moon and threw it into the air. But the moon kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and finally, it disappeared altogether. Then, one night, Monica saw a thin sliver of the moon reappear. Each night, the moon grew and grew and grew. This has been a reading of Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle, narrated by Cory Stoops.